Good evening and welcome to the Bardi Chuck Wagon. It's nice to have everybody with us this evening. My name is Jerry Baxter, and we really are happy to have you here with us tonight. The Bardi opened June 2nd, 1969, operating 7 nights a week throughout the summer. We hope you enjoy the show tonight, and now please make welcome the Bardi Wranglers.
To the fields of golden grain. Everything that I pass brings me nearer at last to the girl who changed her name. My dear old home, I know I'll soon be in it, 'cause this train is going a mile a minute. Oh, what a dream. Everybody will be there to greet the Rocky Mountain Express. I'm bound for my land, my happy skyland, and you can bet I'm gonna choo-choo back. The folks will meet me, how they will greet me. Hey there, clear that track. My dear old home, I know I'll soon be in it, 'cause this train is going a mile a minute. Oh, what a dream. Everybody will be there to greet the Rocky Mountain Express. Yeah. You can bet I'm gonna choo-choo back. The folks will meet me, how they will greet me. Hey there, clear that track. My dear old home, I know I'll soon be in it, 'cause this train is going a mile a minute. Oh, what a dream. Everybody will be there to greet the Rocky Mountain Express. Oh, what a dream. Everybody will be there to greet the Rocky Mountain Express.
Gonna break. Sun will be arising soon. Everything will wait. Weep, all ye little rains. Wail, winds, wail. All along the Colorado Trail. Eyes like the morning star, cheeks like a rose. Laura was a pretty girl, God Almighty knows. Weep, all ye little rains, wail, winds, wail. All along the Colorado Trail.
my horse has wings because I'm gonna be riding for the roundup in the springtime. Yippee-yay, riding helmet full leather. Hear the beats pounding and my old riata sing. Yippee-oh, 'cause there just ain't nothing better than riding for the roundup in the springtime.
Well, it's out and riding circles across a rough and rugged land. Stride an eager pony, sitting tall and looking grand. Hazing to the gathering, my old pony's nipping sand. Riding for the roundup in the springtime.
Yippee-yay, riding hell-bent full leather. Hear the beats pounding and my old riata sing. Yippee-oh, yippee-oh, 'cause there just ain't nothing better than riding for the roundup in the springtime. You can smell the hair burning and the calves are all frustrated. They're mighty scared and lonely from their mothers separated. They feel the loop that drags them to the branding iron that's weighted to mark them for the roundup in the spring.
When the dogies are all branded and we turn the critters out. For the tavern, every cowboy knows they're out. As they're rolling back the carpet, all the cowboys give a shout. We'll be riding for the roundup come next springtime.
Yippee-yay, riding hell-bent full leather. Hear the beats pounding and my old riata sing. Yippee-oh, yippee-oh, 'cause there just ain't nothing better than riding for the roundup in the springtime. Riding for the roundup in the springtime. Rolling, rolling, though the streams are swollen, keep the doggies rolling right. Through rain, wind, and weather, helping for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. Oh, the things I'm missing, good fiddles, love, and kissing, waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, hit 'em out, move 'em on, hit 'em up, right. Cut 'em in, ride 'em out, ride 'em out, ride 'em in, ride 'em out. Ride 'em in, rawhide. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, come on, doggy. Come on, you big dumb doggy. Come on now. Yeah!
You've been to Starbucks again, haven't you?
Moving, 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 though they're disapproving, keep them doggies moving rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope and throw and brand them. Soon we'll be living high and wide. I'm anticipating my true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Yeah! Move 'em all, hit 'em up, hit 'em out, move 'em all, hit 'em up rawhide. Cut 'em in, ride 'em up, ride 'em up, ride 'em in, ride 'em out! Ride 'em in, rawhide. Rawhide. Rawhide.
Well, thank you very much, folks. Now, how many of you have not been to the Barty Chuck Wagon before? There's a handful out there. Good deal. We're sure glad to have you here with us this evening. This fellow right here started this place 40 years ago, and he comes from a small town down in Arkansas. His name is Cy Scarborough. Now, do we have anyone here tonight originally from Arkansas? Oh, right over here. Oh, wow. Good deal. What do you think of all this electricity and stuff? Just kidding.
Yeah. We had some folks here last night from Arkansas sitting right over here, and they told us something that we didn't know. They just recently changed the legal drinking age in Arkansas.
All right.
Yeah, well, from 40 to 43.
43.
Trying to keep it out of the schools.
Yeah. You know, we learned something about Si a couple years back. I guess the part of the country where they're from. They don't always have your traditional Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving or any of those holidays like that.
No, it's altogether different.
Yeah. I was born right down there in the southwest corner near Horatio, Arkansas. You all know where Horatio is?
I think
No.
you made it up.
I did not. Yeah, everybody ought to know that's the sugar capital of the world. Right down there. But anyway, right down there in the river bottom, and every holiday, a lot of the neighbors around there would have possum.
Possum?
But don't knock it. That's the other white meat. But possum, if you fix it right, it's delicious. With sweet potatoes. A weep away, 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 a weep away. In the holler, the foggy holler, the possum sleeps tonight. Down the hillside and through the backwoods, the possum crawls tonight. He's on his way, 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 he's on his way. In my headlights, the blinding headlights, the possum freezes in pride. On the highway, the busy highway, the possum dies tonight. He's in my way, 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 he's in my way. Well, I guess you're feeling pretty grievous of our little marsupial friend about now. Yes, things do look a mite grim, but friends, don't despair. This tale of sad woe has a delicious ending. In the skillet, the greasy skillet, the possum fries tonight. Pass the gravy and serve the taters. We all can eat tonight. He's on my plate, 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 he's on my plate.
Hey, Si, what's for supper?
Oh, well, we have possum fillet, blackened possum, sugar-free possum smoothie, and possum barbecue.
Possum barbecue?
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Thank you very much. You're a great audience, and we appreciate it very, very much. Now, the one on my left, this is his 20th year here at the Bar D Chuck Wagon. He is two-time the national flat pick champion. He moved down a little over 20 years ago from Fort Collins, Colorado, down to Durango. And the first couple of years he was here on warm afternoons, he'd go down there to the Animas River and go skinny dipping.
It felt pretty good, too.
Well, it probably did.
You can't hardly call that skinny dipping.
I'll have you know, I have been going to the gym almost every morning working on this problem.
Yeah, well,
Now, I think the problem is he's been going to curves.
well, I happen to know that he does not go down there and go skinny dipping anymore.
That's right. Thank
no,
you
sir.
very much.
He goes chunky dunking. What? We better make up to some, these folks from Arkansas that we've been picking on. Here's one called Little Rock Getaway. How about a hand for Gary Cook?
Thank you.
like a monkey handles a peanut. Now, this gentleman standing right next to me, he is kind of the new guy here at the Chuck Wagon. He's this is his second year with us, and we really are proud to have him with us. He has a great lead and bass voice, and we're going to show him off playing that lead and rhythm guitar here in a minute. But before I go too far, I do need to tell a quick little story on him. He's from a little town down in Texas, Del Rio, Texas. Texas! Boy, your family must be here. You know. When he first talked to me moving up here, you know, we've been traveling all over the country since we closed last September. We've been literally coast to coast. We've been in San Francisco, California, been in Washington State, been in Nashville, Tennessee, been to New York City, singing and playing all over the place. Went to Tokyo, Japan. You know, but I have to tell you, when we went to Nashville, we had to get some hotel rooms, and we rarely ever do that. Can't hardly stand to stay in a hotel, but we had to double up on the rooms. I had to spend the first night in the same room with Cy.
That's a problem right there.
Boy, let me tell you, he snores like nothing you've heard in your life. It goes on and on like you wouldn't believe. It's like a chainsaw. Rattles the windows. I didn't sleep a wink. Went into breakfast the next morning. My eyes were all bloodshot. You could tell I hadn't slept. Just looked awful.
He looks awful, doesn't he?
The rest of the guys asked me how it went. I said, well, you know how it went. He snores like you wouldn't believe. I didn't sleep a bit. Well, fortunately, the next night, being the new guy, it was Levi's turn. He come whistling into the breakfast table the next morning, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, cheerful as could be. We asked him how in the world he slept. He said, oh, it were nothing. I just tucked Cy in last night, gave him a little peck on the cheek. He sat up and watched me all night. We are going to show him off right now, get him to do one kind of about our travels, one called All Roads Lead Back to Colorado. Make welcome Levi Mullen.
Thank you.
I've watched the miles of highway fall beneath the wheels and bow before the power of the engine. I've walked concrete cities with their monoliths of steel and felt their technological religion. I've marveled at the industry and work of modern man and railed against the folly of his ways. But I am always humbled when I see the snowy peaks of the Colorado Rockies far away. All roads lead back to Colorado, back to where my heart will always be. All roads lead back to Colorado. It's the only place that feels like home to me. I've traveled across the prairies and the velvet rolling plains, onward to the streets of New York City. sea, and gazed upon the mighty Mississippi. I've driven roads in Texas, friend, that seem to have no end. I've watched the desert bloom with winter rain. I've seen the high Sierras in the glory of the spring, but the Rockies always call me home again.
All roads lead back to Colorado, back to where my heart will always be. All roads lead back to Colorado. It's the only place that feels like home to me. All roads lead back to Colorado, back to where my heart will always be. All roads lead back to Colorado. It's the only place that feels like home to me.
It's the only place that feels like home to me. Thank you.
That's Lonesome Levi the Wrangler. Folks over on the end playing that great fiddle, that's Mr. Matt Palmer. Doesn't he do a fantastic job? Matt is really something. He's the youngest guy in the band. He's a hard worker. He has his own hat company. You know, he works here at the Chuck Wagon early in the morning till late at night. You know, he can fix anything. He put this bass together and it was in pieces. And to top all of that, he's now a farmer and a rancher. He bought 15 acres just up north here. You know, and land's expensive here, and I wouldn't laugh because it costs him a fortune. He's broke.
They borrowed money from all of them.
Yeah. He's so broke he didn't have enough money for animals.
Uh-oh.
But he's a creative fella.
Yeah.
So he puts an ad in the paper.
Oh.
Wanted unwanted critters.
Unwanted critters.
And the response was phenomenal.
I got a lot of calls.
He got some of the nastiest, ugliest, bleedingest, gimpiest, droolinest, snottiest animals you ever saw in your life. Ugly, pathetic things that should be put down.
Sounds to me like he's got a bunch of misfits.
Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm.
E-I-E-I-O,
And on this farm he had a lisping snake.
E-I-E-I-O.
With a hit here, hit there, here a hit, there a hit, everywhere a hit.
Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O,
And on this farm he had a hare-lipped dog.
E-I-E-I-O.
With a marf here and a marf there. Here a marf, there a marf, everywhere a marf. With a hit here, hit there. Here a hit, there a hit, everywhere a hit.
Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O.
And on this farm he had a dyslexic sheep.
E-I-E-I-O.
With an ab here and an ab there. Here an ab, there an ab, everywhere an ab. With a marf here, marf there. Here a marf, there a marf, everywhere a marf. With a hit here, hit there. Here a hit, there a hit.
Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Oh, yeah! Oh, that Palmer had a misfit farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
And on this farm he had a stuttering cow.
E-I-E-I-O.
With a moo. Ab here, ab there. Here an ab, there an ab, everywhere an ab. With a marf here, marf there. Here a marf, there a marf, everywhere a marf. With a hit here, hit there. Here a hit, there a hit, everywhere a hit.
Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O.
And on this farm he had a board-certified frog masseuse.
Wait. I hadn't heard that. What was all of that? That's too, what
He
was
had
that?
a board-certified frog masseuse. E-I-E-I-O.
I don't get it.
With a rub it here and a rub it there. Here a rub it, there a rub it, everywhere a rub it. With a
Help him, would you?
ab here, ab there. Here an ab, there an ab, everywhere an ab. With the marf here, marf there. Here a marf, there a marf, everywhere a marf. With the hit here, farm he had a narcoleptic pig. E-I-E-I-O. With a here, there. Right here and rub it there. Here, rub it there, rub it everywhere, rub it with them. Ab here, ab there, here and ab there and ab everywhere and ab with the mark here, mark there, here a mark, there a mark, everywhere a mark with the hit here, hit there, here a hit, there a hit, everywhere hit. Old Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O. There's more. Old Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had an asthmatic horse. E-I-E-I-O. With there, here.
I think I like him better this way.
Rub it right here, rub it there, here, rub it there, rub it everywhere, rub it with them. There you go. Ab here, ab there, here and ab there and ab everywhere and ab with the mark here, mark there, here and mark there, mark everywhere, mark with the hit here, hit there, here a hit, there a hit, everywhere. Old Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O. There's one more. Oh boy. Yeah, that old Matt Palmer had a misfit farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had a foul-mouthed chicken. E-I-E-I-O. With a bok here and a bok there. Here and out there.
Okay, folks, it's up to you.
Rub it here and rub it there. Here, rub it there, rub it everywhere, rub it with the mark here, mark here, there, everywhere, mark, yeah, ab here, ab there, here and ab there and ab everywhere and ab with the hit here, hit there, here hit, there hit. Oh, Matt Palmer had a misfit farm coming tie, yippee, yippee, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that end, playing the big bass fiddle, Joe Ratchiff. Oh, man. Hey, Matt, I might be able to help you with your ranching enterprise. I got some good advice for you. You should get 50 female pigs and 50 male deer. Put them out there in your corral together. Well, then you'd have $100,000. Folks, right now we're going to feature the two Wranglers in the center of the stage, Matt Palmer and Gary Cook. Here's one called Fadoodlin'.
Fadoodling.
Yeah, song now that we get more requests for than any other. Gary Cook with Colorado.
There's a place where Mother Nature's got it all together. She knows just where to let wildflowers bloom. Somehow she always seems to know exactly what she's doing, and the Lord saw fit to furnish elbow room. Have you ever been down to Colorado? I spend a lot of time there in my mind. And if God doesn't live in Colorado, I'll bet that's where he spends most of his time. Well, I'd love to be there watching early in the morning when the sun comes up and crowns the mountain king. And if by chance you dare to be high on that mountain, I'll swear that you can hear the angels sing. Have you ever been down to Colorado? I spend a lot of time there in my mind. And if God doesn't live in Colorado, I'll bet that's where he spends most of his time. I'll bet that's where he spends most of his time. Thank you very much. Well, you know, we mentioned earlier that this is the 40th year here at the Bar D, and you know, we're open every night from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And there is a lot of work, a lot of little jobs that have to be done on a daily basis to keep this thing rolling around.
Yeah, and I have to do most of it.
That's what he tells everybody.
I do. Yes, sir. I have to pick up the cigarette butts and the trash out of the parking lot every day and clean the bathrooms and come up and fix the food.
Hey,
no, not in that order.
Oh, no. No, Gary, you should tell him how it really works, because that's not it at all.
Oh, that's right. You know, anytime there's a big job to be done around the chuck wagon here, about the time all of the tools get put away, he'll come around the corner saying something just about like this.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes,
Just taking my time.
taking his time. He's a lazy rambling, roving, gambling, no good son of a gun.
Now, I don't like work, and I never will.
He's a no good son of a gun.
I'd rather sleep than to eat my fill.
He's a no good son of a gun.
So I got me a job on the cattle crew, and the boss said, "Man, I'm gonna fire you. Reckon this is what he'll have to do."
He's a no good son of a gun.
So here it comes.
Here he comes,
Just taking my time.
taking his time. He's a lazy, rambling, roaming, gambling, no good son of a gun.
My old hound dog's got buffalo fleas.
He's a no good son of a gun.
And the weight of them has bent his knees.
He's a no good son of a gun.
I'd kill one off, 10 more would hat, so I sold him off with his newborn batch. He tired me out just to watch him scratch.
He's a no good son of a gun.
So here it comes.
Here he comes,
Just taking my time.
taking his time. He's a lazy, rambling, roaming, gambling, no good son of a gun.
Did you ever see a turtle crawl?
He's a no good son of a gun.
Just takes your time, no hurry at all.
He's a no good son of a gun.
Well, he lives for 100 years, but still he does no work, he pays no bills, so why should I? Don't think I will.
He's a no good son of a gun.
So here it comes.
Here he comes,
Just taking my time.
taking his time. He's a lazy, rambling, roaming, gambling, no good son of a gun.
Now, I've been tired since life begun.
He's a no good son of a gun.
I don't recall any work I've done.
He's a no good son of a gun.
So I think I'll marry me a wealthy wife, settle down away from strife, and sleep all the rest of my natural life.
He's a no good son of a gun.
So here it comes.
Here he comes,
Just taking my time.
taking his time. He's a lazy, rambling, roving, gambling, no good son of a gun.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
I'm no good son of a gun.
He's a no good son of a gun.
You know, after 40 years, we've been doing these songs a long time, and we get a lot of requests for different stuff, but I think they may have stumped us tonight. Dave Jackson right down here. He's been coming here for years and years, and wanted to know if we could do a song that we did quite a few years back, but I can't hardly remember the name of it.
Gene Autry song?
No, it's Seven Spanish Angels. Now, I remember the chords okay, but I don't know the words at all.
Not been too long. I don't.
No, I'm sorry, Dave, we don't know it.
Wait a minute, that's the Ray Charles and Willie Nelson number, right? Is that
That's
the
one
one
we did.
Is that it?
That's one you like, I think.
Well, I used to do it back in Texas. If he wants to hear it, by golly, I'll give her a whirl.
By golly, all right.
You can do it! He can do it. He's from Texas.
How y'all doing this evening? Boy, it's good to see you. Well, he looked down into her brown eyes, said, "Say a prayer for me."
Oh, we missed you, Ray.
She threw her arms around him, whispered, "God will keep us free." They could hear the riders come. He said, "This is my last fight, and if they take me back to Texas, they won't take me back alive." There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home. Then she reached down and picked the gun up that lay smoking in his hand. She said, "Father, please forgive me, but I can't make it without my man." She knew the gun was empty, and she knew she couldn't win. But her final prayer was answered when the rifles fired again. And there were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home. Y'all gotta help me.
There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun.
Oh, I believe
They were praying for the lovers,
yeah, they was
in the valley of the gun.
Well.
When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
I said 7 Spanish angels took another. Angel home.
Thank you very much, folks. You know, some of that traveling we've been doing around the country. In November, we wound up out. We got to go play the Grand Ole Opry again, thanks to our friends Riders in the Sky. We went out to Nashville, and it happened to be this fella right here's birthday. One of the evenings that we were there playing. And we featured it. We always included an inspirational type song, at least one in each of our programs. And we featured him on a song that I think maybe we ought to do tonight. Let's do that. You Don't Knock.
Well, you don't knock, you just walk on in the door to heaven's den. There's love and joy for you to share. Hold it through, I know my friends are there to rest in heaven's nest. You don't knock, ring, push or hold, the door's wide open, wait for you so you don't knock. You just walk on in.
Well, I walk lots of winding roads.
The road,
Joy to rid this load. And I travel both night and day. So glad that I'm not free.
Yeah.
You only want me to stay. Then I met my way. Well, I'm walking out knocking into heaven with pride. Yeah, you don't knock,
you just walk on in
the door
to heaven's den.
There's
love and joy for you to share.
Hold that true, I know
my friends are there
to rest
in heaven's nest. You don't knock, ring, push or hold, the door's wide open, wait for you so you don't knock. You just walk on in.
No need to fear. If he is ever near.
He's near.
'Cause he'll know that my work was true. So glad when my day is through.
Yeah.
He'll only want me to stay. 'Cause then I met my way. Well, I'm walking out knocking into heaven with pride. Yeah. You don't knock,
you
just walk on in the door to heaven's den. There's love and joy for you to share. Hold it through, I know my friends are there to rest in heaven's nest. You don't knock, ring, push or hold, the door's wide open, wait for you so you don't knock. You just walk on in. Well, you don't knock, you just walk on in the door to heaven's den. There's love and joy for you to share. Hold it through, I know my friends are there to rest in heaven's nest. You don't knock, ring, push or hold, you don't knock, ring, push or hold, you don't knock.
Don't need to knock.
You just walk on in.
is that?
Like the old narrow gauge.
That's an old codger. That's
You know, Joel, we shouldn't pick on him just because he's a little older than the rest of us.
Dang kids.
But when he was a kid in school, they didn't even have history yet.
That's right, Gary. He was telling me about his first trip to the Grand Canyon. It was still a creek.
He was telling me the other day he could remember when the Dead Sea was just sick.
I did not.
He was a busboy at the Last Supper.
You folks have been a great audience, and we appreciate you coming very, very much. We hope you come back to see us before long. God bless you. Good night, everybody.